Morning. So it's a really sunny day. So we're going to go out today and do a good sort of around 10 miles at Box Hill. I'm just getting ready. So packing up the bags. Got a GoPro batteries, water, got some snacks in here. It's not that cold today, so it's probably about between sort of 7 and 10 degrees, not that cold at all. So I don't need to layer up too much.
So I have something here, we're putting some water. It's a bit cold out there. We're not taking lunch, we have had a big breakfast, but we're taking a warm drink with us to keep us warm on the walk.
So nearly there, got another 10 minutes coming off the motorway now.
Yeah, the exit of Leatherhead, is it? Leatherhead.
We left a little bit late today, just had a hard week, so we got up a little bit late, taking our time getting ready. I should give us still about 4.5 or a bit more hours to do it. It's about 10 miles, so we'll have to get our pace on a bit today.
And it seems that we're going to start with a little warm-up of some steps up the hill. Just park on the road. There's a lot of traffic there, that's why we didn't record any video over there. There's a lovely cafe with parking, but the parking closes at 4. So if you are going to start late than we are doing today, you need to park on the road. If you start early enough, you can park on the cafe parking.
So it's a little bit noisy down there, so we thought we'd get up here out of the way a bit before we start. It's 1st of February, and yeah, we're doing like 10 miles Box Hill walk. So after the car park, in that little bit, you cross the road and turn right and you get to here. And we're going up, up, up.
And the sun is out,
Sun's
just
coming
on
out
time.
again.
Let's celebrate February.
See, the ground here is like really, really chalky. And this is part of the Surrey Hills, getting on for North Downs, I think. I believe it's still the Surrey Hills area. Nice climb at the beginning of the walk. Get your heart rate up. There's a bit of ominous cloud, dark cloud up there. Hopefully we won't get rain. I'm not really like fully kitted out for rain today because it wasn't supposed to, but it should be alright if it's just a little shower or something. Whew. Getting some views already.
So we find the first sign for the Stepping Stones walk. So that's our first viewpoint or view path. Has been waiting for me. Like every time we go up the hill, it has to wait for me. Let's go. We just passed this fort, and there is like a cafe, I think it's from the National Trust, and a car park. There is a pay car park, and we are entering the forest following the walk of the Stepping Stones. It's a lovely afternoon. I hear the birds, the sun's out. out in the nature. This is exactly what we needed after the last long week of January. We're walking along this foresty area, which is like a family park. It's full of families, full of children. There is few construction, like climbing trunks, something like that. It's quite cool. It's quite cool. And it's quite muddy. And that's what we like. Pete is ready today. He's wearing his Gatrix to protect his trousers for the mud. And yeah, so bring the mud.
So we just come down a big sort of muddy, slippery slope. We're coming out of Box Hill Country Park now into
White Hill.
White Hill.
And then we will go back to Box Hill. This is just a bit of a circular walk before we go to another section of the walk. If that makes sense. It's quite pretty actually, very beautiful.
It's really nice, yeah.
Foresty area.
There's a cold wind, but it's nice and sunny.
A little bit less urbanized there, because at the beginning it was like a park for children, so it was full of constructions. But then after we passed the tower, we went to a forest area that was less urbanized, it was more natural, which is where I like more. Like I like to be out, to be in the nature.
Yeah, a bit more natural. All saying that, we're on a well-trodden, nice solid path. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's
There's
not.
a few less people. And it's been like a real variety of trees, isn't there? We've seen like loads of yews, which you don't normally see that often around here unless you're in like, you find yews in church gardens or something. But there's everything.
Oaks, limes, hazel, yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, very autochthonous. Autochthonous is not an English word, is it? We have this discussion every time.
Like, you mean like indigenous
yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. Right, so just across this road, this is White Hill, I suppose. There's just steps going up again. Well, this is a good walk for us at the moment because there's lots of ups and downs, really hilly. And in April, we're going to go to Snowdonia and the Peak District. So we need to get a bit of, I don't know, training going up elevation, you know. Because a lot around where we live, there's a few hills, but it's mostly pretty flat. So yeah, this will be good training for us, won't it?
Oh my, these are
Somebody needs to get fitter.
Yes, Pete, you need to get fitter.
Issa plays the long game. She's good at long distance.
Yeah.
Some of these steps are really high. So it's not like you're just going up little tiny steps. Each step is massive.
They are like walls for little people.
This is like Cheddar Gorge all over again.
Yeah.
Still going up.
Still going up, still.
Getting there, I think.
Look at that white tree. Must be an ash.
Yeah. That's not just burned on the camera because of the sunlight, that's actually that white. Let's have a look. It just looks like a beach. Look at the buds.
No, the birch will be flatter. I think it's an ash.
Yeah, the branches aren't growing like a birch, are they? Yeah, maybe an ash, yeah. Oh, go on. Go on, Gil.
Rambo.
Not Rambo, Rocky. She always gets that wrong. Rocky never slips over. You're right.
Okay, so go for some for a break. reached the hill. We're on top of it, I hope. And we're just entering this beautiful yew forest. This must have been a sacred must have been a sacred land at some point of history.
Yeah. It's a really cool forest, isn't it?
Yeah. Very cool. The light entering through the branches, look at that. Why yews? What makes yews sacred?
The yew trees, because they get so old. Well, they can break and then the branch can hit the floor. But when the branch touches the floor, it sort of comes back to life. So it's like used to be like a bit of a rebirth story.
Oh, wow.
Obviously the Christians love that because they love a bit of coming back to life, don't they?
Yeah, so look, I think this is exactly it. You can see that branch on the floor and it's starting to grow again, but up.
The yews can break but then keep growing for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say because oaks
Thousands of
grow
years.
very old as well, but
Oaks do, but yeah.
they don't reborn.
No.
Awesome.
So there was a path back there that continued going down. That goes into the village of Mickleham. We're just carrying on. We didn't really need to go down into the village for anything. You just go down through the village and back up again, so we thought we'd cut that bit out.
We have now been walking, doing a bit more than 4 kilometers, an hour and a half. Sun's out, this is beautiful. As Pete was saying, last week has been a bit tough. I'm sure not only for us, it was the last week of January, which is a very long month.
Yeah.
And yeah, during the week it was getting difficult, it was getting busy. I suffer from anxiety sometimes, so I was getting anxious, and today we're going and walking it off. This is exactly what I needed. There is so many benefits for walking, physical and mental, and I can just share that thought with you because my stress levels are very low now. I can breathe easy, I cannot stop smiling. It really has a massive influence in me, and I know I'm not the only one. I know there's a lot of people out there that use these things for therapy. So just say that even some days are difficult to get out and walk, just try it because it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Look at this view.
We are going down there.
Careful with the knees.
This is really, really steep. See if I can actually keep hold of the camera and do this. Well, luckily it's not really, really wet here because you'd just be sliding down it.
That would be an easier way of getting down.
Yeah.
Less aggressive for the knees, more aggressive for the band.
Yeah, I think we should have bought the old walking poles.
Yeah.
We only normally use them for mountains, but
So we're going
That
to
would be
upgrade them
useful
to
here.
use them for hills too.
yeah.
The handle.
Nice handle there. It's cool, there's like roots. Roots are always helpful.
So we can see the views from within the forest behind us. There's another beautiful hill. This walk is appearing to be very, very, very varied, if that makes sense, and beautiful. A few more steps and we're going to follow this ridgeway towards the left. Sun is getting lower, we're getting to that golden hour of the afternoon and we need to hurry up. We found this beautiful place to sit down under an oak tree with a log, and we're going to have our cup of tea and bar to get a little bit of energy. Oh, is it still warm?
Yeah.
Yay!
I know it's hot.
Nice. So this is where we have our cup of tea in Headley Head. Why is that the pyramids thing then? We didn't see that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Problem is, they label things like that and it's never what you think. There's probably no pyramids there.
I love to find these things. Lydia's fresh eggs. And she
Quail eggs, and duck eggs. Nice.
She also makes some chutney. It's very trusting. It's like honesty shed.
Yeah.
Lovely. Shame we don't have any cash.
They're on our way back down another hill.
Surprise!
We really had some wicked, like, different landscapes and sceneries today.
That's what I was saying. It's very, very varied.
Very varied, yeah.
That's it.
Now we're in this kind of tree tunnel. Loads and loads of
Yew trees.
yew
again.
trees. I'm surprised how much just vast sort of semi-natural landscape that we've been through as well, without going through villages and stuff.
Yeah, we've been very lucky. I'm just looking at those bunches. Look,
Bunches.
these. They're burning again. They look like little flowers. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
There is some lights one over there I cannot reach. Look a bit lighter in the inside. Very pretty.
More steps. I was just saying, been doing a lot of kind of strength core stuff in the gym, a lot of deadlifts and squats and that kind of thing. Doesn't really help. Maybe it helps prevent injuries and stuff because it tightens everything up, makes everything a bit stronger. But you know, nothing beats coming out on the trail in nature and just actually doing it. Hiking in itself is the best way to train for hiking.
This mountain is a massive lump of chalk, or this hill.
Yeah.
Not a mountain.
Well, we've seen that on the paths. The whole land around here is all chalk.
I know, but I never see like the inside. This is amazing.
Chalk
Oh, I'm
downlands.
amazed. It may not be amazing. Oh, yeah, it's really chalky.
Yep.
Awesome.
I thought the Chilterns were chalky, but this is. I suppose as we're getting further south,
Yeah.
you're getting down towards the South Downs, and when you get down there, like the south coast, it is just white cliffs, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
like,
as you get further and further south, it's just going to get chalkier.
like Seven Sisters, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And if you're wondering about why it looks so orangey, that's just the sunlight. It does actually look like that in real life because of the sun. That's really low sun over there. It's giving a really cool light. Up a little bit more. I think hopefully we're going to get some sort of viewpoint up here.
With the sun setting, it would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, on the map, the viewpoint is kind of a little bit over onto another track near a road, but I should think we'll get the same sort of views on this side. We'll have to see just after this little hill. Okay, so it wasn't the last little hill to the viewpoint. So we came out from round there and now up here, another bloody hill. It's good training though. And the sun is setting over there. We're back to this little National Trust place, the cafe and all that. It was at the beginning of the walk, or near the beginning of the walk.
I was saying, yes, I really like about England, well, there's a National Trust really, how they promote natural areas, creating this kind of little resort. It's not a resort obviously, but building with a cafe and with activities.
Yeah.
Like it's bringing it to all. We were thinking of bringing Pete's mum to have a tea and a cake and a walk around.
Yeah.
So I love
Well,
it.
because it's, especially like England's a small country, there's quite a lot of people, so it's important to have trusts to preserve places, otherwise everything would just get destroyed.
It's nice. It promotes the respect for the environment. We're having a look around because this morning we were trying, well, this afternoon, at the beginning of the afternoon, we were trying to rush to get back before sunset.
Yeah, so we didn't look at the, this is the inside of the fort, or sort of the inside, I mean it's ruins.
Cool. Where's the roof of the forest? Because it's a bit
This is-
subterranean, isn't it?
Well, this is going on top of it now, yeah.
So it's under it. That's the roof,
There's the roof of it, yeah,
And that's-
sticking up.
the building. Cool beans.
That's that little cafe over there. So you could come here for the day and just, or for the afternoon, just mooch around a little bit. Bring your mum, bring the kids, whatever.
It's opening. Awesome. Wow. It's quite big. I don't know if you see it.
Creepy. It's pretty creepy, isn't it?
Yeah. Wood. Oh gosh.
God, the stairs going down.
I know. Echo.
And it's just open. Why is it just open?
I know.
I really don't think this place is supposed to be open.
So we go then. It's big.
Yeah,
It's massive.
it goes right down.
I mean, it's holding so it doesn't get close.
Maybe someone's, maybe they're working on it.
Maybe. Well, it will be an amazing museum.
Yeah. It's very dark now. Put a bit of EV comp on the camera, so it probably looks lighter. But
It's getting darker.
it's getting really dark now, yeah. But it's okay, we're coming right to the end of the walk. It's a little bit further down this hill and across the road. And our car's just parked on the road there, so
Yeah, probably when we get to the road it's going to be noisy, so it's better to say goodbye now, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So it's been a good walk. We had a kind of route to follow, but we adapted it slightly because we started late and we knew we was going to lose light. And
it's an alternative of Box Hill hike, I would
yeah,
say.
so there is signposts around here for Box Hill hike.
National Trust.
We did mostly follow that, didn't we?
Yeah. This is an add-on bit, so we could just park somewhere else and not pay for parking.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming with us. We hope you enjoy it. Enjoy the sunshine and the sunset.
Yeah, and I'll definitely recommend coming here to do a walk. I mean, there's so many paths to choose from. If you've got a decent map or a map on View Ranger, you could just follow the routes. You don't even need a specific route to follow. Just look at the paths on the map and make your own or whatever. It's a really vast amount of hills and nice steep inclines and forest and all sorts. Views.
If you want to follow the Box Hill the Box Hill hike, National Trust has a document, so you just search in Google, you can find the document. If you want to follow our alternative, we're going to post it just under the video in View Ranger, so you can download the GPX file and use it with whatever app you have.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoy
Yeah.
today with us, and please, if you like it, subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and see you again soon.
And don't forget,
Oh, I forgot! And don't forget,
get outside and
keep on walking.